an airplane simulator? None of you? Okay, well, you're going to today. All right, so there's a couple things I need to go over with you, and then I'm going to have Lou teach a little bit. Okay. Everybody's listening, right? Okay. Okay, one thing you need to know about an airplane. An airplane is not a car. An airplane doesn't like to be on the ground, okay? So remember, now how many of you like to just sit in your room and stare straight ahead? No. Okay, how many of you like broccoli? Okay. There's one thing that an airplane does not like. An airplane does not like to sit at the airport. An airplane, the only thing an airplane wants to do is what? Fly. Okay, so when you see an airplane sitting at the airport, it's sad. Because it wants someone to fly it. Okay? So remember that airplanes aren't like cars. Cars like to stay on the ground. Airplanes only like to be on the ground long enough to get to the runway. Okay, so an airplane gets really happy when it starts to fly. So remember that. Now, what is the difference, though, between flying and staying on the ground? Right? Right, faster. Okay, so there's two things that I just want you to learn today, and you're going to need to know this in the simulator. There's two things about an airplane that make it fly that's different than a car. One of them is these things right here. Wings, okay? Do you notice that the wings on an airplane are as wide as the airplane is long? So like Warrior Jet's 51 feet this way, but it's almost 52 feet in the wing span. So the wing is very important. Okay, so two things that are needed for an airplane to fly, basically. Wings for lift, right? What's the other thing that is needed? It's right here. I'll point to them. Okay, so the engines create thrust. So there's power that comes out the back, okay? So if you have thrust and you have lift, the airplane gets really happy because the airplane can fly, okay? So remember that. So when you're in the simulator, remember this. If you want to stay in the air, you've got to have the lift and you've got to have the thrust. So we call it power. Okay, so if you want to fly, you got to have air coming over the wings.